Once upon a time, the business of creating clothes relied on nothing more than fabric, buttons, zips and needles. But these days, with technology now an integral part of most areas of our lives, fashion is turning increasingly to the possibilities offered by technological innovation. High-tech fashion may at times appear absurd and pretty unwearable, but often it's as much about asking questions about philosophy or politics as it is about clothing. In 2008, after studying for a degree in visual communication and advertising in China, SHANGGUAN, with the help of two friends and just €400, launched his own fashion label.
First I settle on a concept, then I choose the fabric. It's right at the very end that I think about the details and accessories that make up the final silhouette.
So what was the concept for his Winter 2017-2018 collection?
This collection is primarily about a number of political issues, like how chemical industries can have such catastrophic impacts on people's lives.
SHANGGUAN uses material made especially for NASA by synthetic fabric innovator DuPont. His slogans are provocative and unapologetic.
I don't think of myself as an activist. I'm more of a storyteller. I tell stories that we can live out in today's world.
At the Premier Vision Salon, buyers and sellers from around the world come together to see the latest materials and fabrics on the market. Those taking part are hidden by dividers to ward against professional espionage. So where do fashion and tech meet?
When we talk about tech in the context of fashion, it's either about wearable tech, which is when you incorporate technology within an item of clothing, or it's fashion tech, which is where technology's been used in the development of the clothes. But either way, you need to find ways to use tech that make sense.
Can wearable tech be put in the washing machine? And should we be wary of how invasive technology has become? Engineers and designers here are trying to answer those questions. Young stylist CLARADAGUIN, a finalist in last year's Hier Fashion Festival, has launched a collection inspired by augmented textiles.
I wanted to bring the networks that exist inside the human body closer to the networks that we engage with in the outside world, networks which are almost copies of what exists within us.
Here, a sensor disguised as an earring picks up the wearer's blood pressure, which in turn dictates the intensity of the light that runs through the ball gown. So you're out enjoying yourself when suddenly
you see a guy you like and you start flashing. Yep, that's it.
And there's more. With the help of a bit of artificial intelligence, clothes can now fight back in the event of an attack. This spider shell from Dutch designer ANOUK WIPPRECHT unleashes stings when its personal space is invaded.
I'm a combination between a fashion designer and an engineer, so I use fashion and technology and sensors and electronics, and I create interactive couture.
ANOUK also works on private commissions. This cocktail dress can serve drinks, soft or alcoholic.
This is a 3D printed piece with a pump in there, and it's a peristaltic pump. So as soon as she's pushing the button, the pump is like moving the fluid, creating a suction. And the glass is in the front here, so in the heart-shaped piece, and the fluids are being pumped from the back to the front.
But the one sector that engineers and tech-savvy creators are really investing in is health. Think swimming costumes fitted with sensors that tell you when you need to reapply sun cream, inner soles that prevent injury, or t-shirts that can track your vital stats in real time.
You need to be aware that the cost of the tech in question needs to be justified in order to actually produce the item. In this world, it's difficult to choose which type of technology I'm going to use. I need to be sure about the commercial viability of any product that I develop.
Today, technology needs to be invisible and it needs to enhance elegance rather than detract from it. It also needs to be seen as a solution to real problems and not merely a showy and useless addition to an item of clothing. But above all else, it needs to offer that wow factor. Enter American designer THOM BROWNE.
It was really taking my classic idea of clothing and playing with proportion, which is what I did from the beginning. And then also too, just taking the idea of just well-made clothing and showing it deconstructed and just worn differently on the body.
With Thom Browne, the tailoring process becomes the main event. The construction of each piece is revealed for all to see.
I think that's our job as designers, is to show people, I guess, what we do in different ways, but also to make people think about what we do and make them think about things differently, and not just show them exactly what they've already seen or what they can specifically wear, but just show classic ideas in a way that makes them think about them differently.
Infused with wearable tech or not, fashion lets us transform absurd flights of fancy into reality. And if it can take our temperature and serve us drinks too, well, all the better.